What's up? This your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Hitting y'all ass up with another video. Today, um, the IBF mandated that Joseph Parker become Anthony Joshua's mandatory. They must fight, I think, by the end of the year or early January. Um, but Eddie Hearns, Anthony Joshua's promoter, is seeking a voluntary defense before then. You know, he talked all that hoopla and bullshit now that he wanted to match Joshua with Parker at the end of the year. Now this guy, you know, protecting this fighter, you know, doing his job, wants to match him with another voluntary defense. See, my whole point of it is like this, man. If you're a champion, you should take on championship caliber fighters. You no longer need to be protected. You're a champion. Everybody believes in Anthony Joshua. The majority of the people do. Let him go out there and fight. You know, the Parkers, the Luis Ortizes, Deontay Wilder that just called him out. That's a worthy voluntary defense. You know what I mean? Ortiz, Wilder, Brian Baba Jennings, you know, guys of that caliber. You know, all his opponents have been tomato cans, you know, except for Dylan White. Charles Martin, late starter in boxing. Dominic Brazil, a football player. Good chin, but no boxing ability. Now that he has a threat in Joseph Parker, they want to tiptoe around Joseph Parker to hold the fight out longer and longer and longer. And I think that's a mistake by Eddie Hearns, because Joseph Parker, just like Anthony Joshua, is just going to get better. Even though, you know, Parker didn't have the best showing versus Carlos Takem, where it seemed like he started to gas. You know, Parker has some qualities that could, you know, bother Anthony Joshua. Even in my opinion, I don't feel like Parker's ready. I think he needs a few more tests to get better. If I was Eddie Hearns, I'll be trying to clip him right now before he becomes a real threat, because he's about 6'5", a big guy who really can box and move around the ring and you know, can show some problems for Joshua the longer that they do wait to make this fight happen. And he's a decent puncher also. I think he's 19-0 with 16 knockouts, but he didn't get Carlos Takem out of there last time. But, you know, I think that's a mistake, you know, but it's just time for, you know, Joshua to step up and fight somebody. I know this voluntary defense is going to be, I don't know, Al Heyman doesn't have any more bum heavyweights unless Chris Arreola defeats Deontay Wilder, and then that fight, I guarantee you, will take place next year. You know, Joshua is still building his name over there in the UK. I think he's blown up. I think it's time for him to come to the States, you know, take on Luis Ortiz, take on Deontay Wilder. They're trying to hold on to the domestic fight, you know, for, you know, Tyson Fury, depending on what happens with this steroid allegation in his ankle, and Vladimir Klitschko. That's just too many hurdles to wait and see what's going to happen. You know what I mean? He needs to go ahead, fight Parker, fight Ortiz, fight Wilder, and really become a legitimate kingpin of the heavyweight division. You know, Eddie Hearns, it's time to stop protecting this kid. This kid is ready. We gone.